You know, in recent years, whenever I've been talking with journalists or magazine writers and others, the question most often asked of me is, what was the first song you ever sang in public? Well, that's been a long time ago, and my powers of recall are a little atrophied. But after a lot of deep research, I think I'm finally able to supply the answer to this burning question. I think the year was 1917. The place was the parish hall at St. Aloysius Church in Spokane, Washington. I was 12 years old. I remember I entered stage right, very reluctantly, dragging an empty dog leash behind me. I took a firm stance and I launched into the following. I've got a dog named Rover. Here, Rover, come, Rover. He roams around all over. He's only home 3 times a day. I'm looking for my dog called Rover. I'm looking for him now all over. He's a hunter's dog, all right. He keeps me hunting day and night. This is what I worry over. Say, who put that rove in Rover? My whistle's getting dry. Sometimes I wish I were a tree. Then Rover'd have to look for me. Oh, where's that doggone dog of mine? And after the cheering subsided, led by my mother and father, 4 brothers and 2 sisters, I was encouraged to sing a little ballad. My mother thought I should. She used to sing Gilbert and Sullivan, and she had a ballad that was her favorite, and she taught it to me, and so then I laid that one on her. When you come to the end of a perfect day, and you sit alone with your thoughts, and the chimes ring out with a carol gay for the joy that the day has brought. Do you think what the end of a perfect day can mean to a tired heart? Pretty deep stuff for a 12-year-old. When the sun goes down with a flaming ray, and the dear friends have to part. The gang I ran around with never forgave me for that one. But my father told me, he says, you got to close with something lively, something a little spirited, and I picked up a song that was a big hit in 1917. George? Huckleberry Finn, if I were the Huckleberry Finn, I'd do the things he did, I'd be a kid again. You'd always find me out fishing beside some shady pool, and I'd be wishing that there never was no school. If I were only Huckleberry Finn, in every mischief I'd be in, and on my freckled face you'd always find a grin. I wouldn't put my shoes or stockings on for any man, and all I'd ever wear would be a coat of tan. If I were Huckleberry